Lufthansa Group update today about the Economy Light rates, which are charging for seats now. What does it mean for families and groups when you're traveling together? The German national team is going back to Star Hansa. The Lufthansa as national carrier is carrying them again. And wonderful news for everyone, Deal Zone. Lufthansa partner sale, first class and business class. Watching Frequent Traveler TV takeoff means that you are used to me. Today we have Mario on the other side. No, other side, this side. And Mario is supporting me on shows on the weekends. Today is Sunday, and Sunday means Lufthansa Group Update. That is why he's here. He will bring us, like I will do, more miles, more points, and more status. Say hello, Mario.
Hello. I'm glad to be here.
Maybe I should say Mario, like you say in German. Mario. It's like Super
Mario.
Mario. Sounds like
Call
Mario.
me Super Mario.
Like always, do not forget to subscribe, ring the bell to get the notification, and of course, comment and leave us a like. That is that you do not miss your daily dose of more miles, more points, and more status. Today's show is all about Lufthansa and Lufthansa Group. Lufthansa Group announced that they are charging for economy light fares, the seatings. A little bit difficult for people who are traveling in groups or as a family, because you want to have seats where you're sitting next to each other. And Mario has experience where the groups are somewhere in the airplane where they have been forcefully not been set together. In my opinion, Lufthansa said they will do something, but I think that will not work. Mario, what is your experience?
Yeah, I'm the same opinion, because in the past, when you booked with a family, often all the seats are one in the front of the plane, one in the middle, and maybe one in the back side. It doesn't work often. So when they say now, yeah, when you are a group, you can sit together, we will see what happened.
In my opinion, when they are starting to charge 25 euros, they should be giving you the seats together, of course, but when they do not charge, they should give you the seats as well. Lufthansa said they are doing all the best and that they will accommodate you sitting-wise together. And another question is, when they are starting on the 21st of June this year with this new system, what does it mean to tickets which you bought before?
Yeah.
In the tickets before, it was included. In our opinion, you are entitled to it. You paid for it, basically. And so that is something you have to enforce. But like always, I'm pretty sure that Lufthansa is doing the best that you get your seat like you used to be. Sometimes you have maybe to call and to say, hey, I bought it a couple days before the 21st of June, so please give me a seat. Or to give you a peace of mind, get your seat now, that you have it, and then they normally will not take it away. Who got a seat as well in the Lufthansa airplane is the German national team. Soccer, Fußball, like we say in German. Die deutsche Fußballelf, that is the pride of the Germans, world champions. Die Mannschaft. It's like Volkswagen, das Auto.
Yeah.
Since 2018, they did not fly with Lufthansa. They did fly with group airlines like Eurowings or Austrian, but they didn't fly with Lufthansa Group. Mario, is there a reason why they did avoid to fly with Lufthansa? Was there a beef or something?
I have no idea why they don't use Lufthansa in the past years, but there was not so many competitions because of Corona, and I have no idea. Now they are back as world champions, and now they will use airline number one in Germany. So we will see.
The national champion, like the former government said, when they were trying to get Air Berlin in the area of Lufthansa's reach. The aircraft which they used was an A320neo, was registered with Delta Alpha India November Echo, and the national trainer Hansi Flick did fly to Bologna from Nuremberg. Why Nuremberg? Nuremberg is close to Herzogenaurach. Everybody who is a fan of the Three Stripes brand, Adidas, or how I call it Adidas, they are using the facility of Adidas, who is the main sponsor when it comes to gear and tech. 20 kilometers away is Herzogenaurach.
But you know, the great competitor like Puma is also from Herzogenaurach.
Yeah, that is true. They are brothers. The factories are door and door. Who are brothers as well in arms is Boeing 787 and Lufthansa. Why? Because they are getting an aircraft, and in my opinion, the aircraft is not a new aircraft. It's challenging to call it brand new. It is. It's a used aircraft, basically. What is your opinion on that 3-year-old plane, Mario?
Yeah, it's not really new. It's a new used plane. I have no idea which the right word for that is, because it belongs to 2 other airlines before it comes to Lufthansa. So I think they fly with this plane not so much, but so many times or for so long. But it's not really new, but it's new for the Lufthansa.
I think that the aircraft is kind of an orphan. It was abandoned because when you have a look, the first one who wanted to get was the Chinese airline Hainan Airlines. It was produced for them 3 years ago with the with the MSN production number 62730, and then it was left alone because Hainan said no, we don't want it. They cancelled it. Then came Vistara, the Indian airline, said, "Hey, hurrah, we take them. We don't take Airbus 330 Neos." And then they said, "No, we don't do it." And then they were kind of white-tailed aircrafts standing and sitting in Seattle on the ground for over 2 years. Nothing happened. They didn't fly. And after getting the Lufthansa color scheme, they did fly now to San Francisco. There was a meetup with some Lufthansa guys. They saw the aircraft there. I think even that they did fly with it to San Francisco. They say that it's not a big deal. It's just a test flight, blah, blah, blah. But the question I do have is always, what interiors in the aircraft? Are the seats already inside? Is it the same situation like with the 350s from Philippine Airlines? Do they get a new business class?
Yeah, I hope so. But it's the same with the plane. It's not a really new business class. It's a business class from Hainan Airlines. So this business class is much better than the business class in our times that Lufthansa offers. But it's not the new business class which Lufthansa said in 2017 that will come to the planes, because the first plane with a new Lufthansa business class should be the 777X, and we all know we are waiting and waiting and waiting for this plane.
Yeah, the aircraft has a registration now Delta Alpha Bravo Papa Alpha and will be named Berlin. The FAA is resuming the deliveries of the 787s. The interior most likely is the Hainan interior, because Lufthansa says that the first flight after they take over the aircraft will be to the maintenance facility in Frankfurt. And the aircraft will be deployed, of course, of inner German routes for training purposes. Then it will go on the long-haul flights to Toronto. But to remove the interior will mean that they have to do a lot of work. And I don't think that Lufthansa is investing that, because they don't have the money, in their opinion. So they will have a second new business class, which is not actually... We talked about in the German version about it, that you said they have 5. They will have even, but it was not 5, it is 4, I think, because the first one is the actual one, which will be refurbished in a couple of aircrafts. Not all the 747s, I think they will not get the new business class.
Then you will have the Philippine Airlines business class.
That's right.
The Vantage seat. Then you have the Hainan one, which is the one which they get now. It's a herringbone. Then you get the 787 seats, which is supposed to be anyways different from the 350 seat.
Yeah.
And then comes the 350 seat or the 777X seat, which is supposed the airline seat, which is the 5-star Skytrax seat.
Yeah.
You see, I did put in the video the pictures of the different seatings, except the one of the 787, because there's nothing which we know for sure. So Lufthansa was mocking Emirates, for example, that Emirates had so many different business class products. Now they are themselves having so many orphaned aircraft that they just bought from Rudi's Restaurant, which is a famous German $1 store,
yeah.
basically. So yeah, I don't think they paid $1. But what do you make out of it? What is the reason for Lufthansa doing it to make it more complex? And what is your take on it? That should Lufthansa do more blue than red just in the Hainan aircrafts? Should they do other things? Of course, it's a massive improvement over the classic product, the 2-2 seats abreast. Now it's 1-2-1 in both in the Philippine Airlines and in the Hainan version. Or is it just for you and say, I don't care, I just fly Lufthansa and I'm happy? That would be my questions. Do you have any questions to our viewers?
No, I think that's the most important question. But I can answer you the question. For me, it's very important because because all of the new business class are much better than the business class that Lufthansa offers at the moment. So it's a big advantage for all passengers, I think.
For me, one thing is it's haunting me somehow, because when you think that the business class was introduced in 2017 and the interior of the business class did move on. We have now doors, sliding doors,
That's
Q-Suite, Air France, KLM, British Airways, they all announced that they have doors. And Lufthansa has no doors, as you saw in the pictures. Is a door a benefit you have to have in a business class product, or as you say, it's overrated, or is it something you don't care? Or do you say, I just care that the seat is comfortable? I don't care if somebody's looking how I'm eating my in-flight meal.
Yeah. For personal, for me, it's not very important to have a door, but it's nice to have, but it's not a must-have. But maybe our viewers, please comment, leave a comment.
So many questions, we need your answers, and thank you for doing so. Lufthansa is big in compensation of carbon dioxide. Now Austrian and Swiss started with compensation as well. And for me, it's not a lot of... I'm not wondering about it, that it's happened, because Annette Mann, who is the CEO of Austrian Airlines, used to be the lady who is in charge of Lufthansa sustainability. And that was one of her projects. She was forcing that everybody could compensate the flights, that you can fly carbon neutral. This will be now done via the app. One part which I think is important is not only that you can do it now with Lufthansa Group Airlines, Lufthansa, Austrian Airlines and Swiss. The other part and the other message which is important in my opinion is that you can get more miles and more status miles. So that will be something which will come in the future to support you. And we had already one flavor or one taste of it when they had the promotion in March for the last 3 or 6 weeks, I think it was, that you could compensate and get up to 10,000 Horn Circle or Senator miles. Mara did use it. What is your opinion? You think that it will improve the liking of people for flying carbon neutral?
I think so too, yeah. When it comes to a good deal, you get your status miles. I think a lot of people
will think it over and said, yeah, okay, then it's a good thing. I will do it, and I have more benefits for it.
Last but not least, today, of course, like always, Deal Zone. Lufthansa has a partner sale, first and business class again, starting in Brussels. And to give you a little bit of the taste and the flavor of the business class sale, it's a kind of a Dollar Tree sale as well, because it's very difficult to find flights. There are destinations like Kinshasa, Douala, Yaoundé, Kigali, Dakar, Africa, you see. There's no limitation of the travel period. For example, Cape Town would be in first class 5,369 euros from Brussels via Frankfurt. You get actually in the booking class P 100% of the miles. There's, in my opinion, the price for first class is expensive when you compare it to the pricings we had from Helsinki during the COVID period for 5,300. No, sorry. 3,469 in business class. No, sorry. And 1,919 in premium economy. No, thank you. Basically, the price in business class, 3,799, was already expensive considered for first class when they had the big sales. I don't want to talk about Rio de Janeiro or about Sao Paulo, Buenos Aires, which is the longest Lufthansa trip with 50,000 status miles approx, depending where you start. That one is 8,200, so per ticket 4,100. But again, very difficult to get your seat. Very selected already. Destinations for North America, they have a travel period. The travel period is starting from 1st of July to 31st of August. What I'm wondering about is there not summer holidays in Germany where everybody wants to fly there? Where's the sense?
Right, yeah. I have no idea. Yeah.
Los Angeles or San Francisco, 6,999, so 7,500 per person. But again, it is hopeless to find seats. I was checking for myself. I was checking for customers and clients. Sorry, I couldn't find anything. But I wanted to mention it, that you can maybe get lucky and find something which suits you. You can combine it, of course, that you just find a flight which goes towards the US and then backwards. If you fly twice, you can put in a miles ticket or with another airline that you have not 8 weeks in the US. That would be my suggestion. Would you be interested in flying in the US for that prices?
No, not really. There will be better deals.
Mario is Pfingsten, how we call it in German. I think it's Pentecost in English, huh? Pentecost?
I think so, yeah.
Help us here if Pfingsten is in English Pentecost or not. And he's very religious, so he's praying for better prices at Lufthansa and gives you the advice that in his prediction for the future will be better prices for you. If this is not going to happen, we
will see.
You can slap him when you come to our regular tables. This said, we have regular tables on the 11th in Munich in the evening at the Augustiner Keller, at the 12th in Berlin in the Grand Hyatt in the Vox Bar, and on the 13th in Hamburg in the Park Hyatt in the Apples Bar. Down in the how is it called again? I forgot the English word for it. In the show notes, that is the real word.
Show notes. Yeah.
Show notes. There you find a WhatsApp link, and the WhatsApp link you can use for the dedicated group for each city. If you want to stay update and if you want to join, there we just tell which table we are, how to find us, or if you have questions, you can get in touch with us, and we answer quite fast and easy. Thank you for watching Frequent Traveler TV. Take off today in this special Lufthansa. Here's Lufthansa. Lufthansa and with a cap. Mario, we have to get for you the Lufthansa fanboy.
I need that as well, of course.
That was actually Chibo 50 years. I don't know, it's already 10 years old or so.
But actually, it fits great.
Yeah, it's in the sausage style. It looks like German says Presswurst. the light is a little bit. It's doing with the depth of field. It's giving a little bit It's a little bit pleasing. But thank you again. Don't forget to subscribe, to hit the bell for notification, comments, and like, and you know the drill. Thank you for supporting us, and hopefully we see each other at an event or a regular table in the US, in Europe, in Asia. We will announce it. Thank you, and have a lovely Sunday.
Yeah, bye.
Bye. Tschüss.